from Kalma Juniors. I'm going to take you through a short yoga sequence, a little bit of a practice for you to try inside of your classrooms or inside of your sports halls, or you can take the practice home as well. We're going to begin by coming down to the mat, so sitting on the floor, sitting nice and tall, and you can sit in a position that you feel most comfortable. So you can cross your legs, you can take them underneath your bottoms, you can take them to the side, whichever way feels more comfortable for you. We're going to start with some simple breathing and start with a sun and ocean breath. So our sun, we use nice big arms. As we inhale, we stretch them all the way up, and as we exhale, we bring them back down through the center of our chest, through our heart, and exhale. Nice big heart, like the sound of an ocean. So inhale, take the arms round like the sun. Exhale, bringing the arms back through to the center of the chest. 2 more breaths. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring the arms all the way back down. We're going to come to tabletop, so you're going to bring your knees directly underneath your hips, so a nice straight line. Take your wrists directly underneath of your shoulders. So this is called a tabletop position, and what I want you to imagine is that you have a cup of water on your back. So your back needs to stay as straight as possible so you don't spill that cup of water, okay? So nice big square with your body, and in this position we're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the nose. So in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. And as you're breathing in and out, I want you to imagine that cup of water and not spilling it. Keep the crown of the head, so the top of your head pointing forwards, and keep your eyesight, so your gaze looks straight down in between of your thumbs. In through the nose and out through the nose. We're going to do some simple cat and cow, so our rainbow, okay? A rainbow, we arch the back, or a cat, so stretching the spine all the way up as if you're pulling it up to the ceiling, and then as you breathe out, you dip that tummy, so as if someone's pulling the tummy, your tummy button all the way to the floor, and lift your head up and stick your chest and your bottom out, okay? So inhale, create a rainbow or an arch like a cat, and then exhale, stick your bottom up, head up, and dip in that back. So that's your cow pose. 3 more. Inhale, arch that back, round it like a rainbow, like a cat, stretch, 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 and exhale, look up, wiggle that tail, into a cow pose. Inhale, round that back, like a cat, exhale, lifting that head up, into a cow pose. And back to tabletop. We're going to tuck your toes under, we're going to come into our downward dog. So you're swinging your hips and bottom up in the air, pushing all the way up, okay? And what you want to be doing is trying to get nice straight legs, okay? So get those heels as close to the floor as you possibly can. Your head hangs in between your arms, okay? And you're looking down at your mat, or at your toes, or at your knees, wherever your eyes kind of fall, okay? So don't worry if your heels don't touch the floor, okay? We're going to practice, and we're going to do something called walking the dog, okay? So that involves you lifting your heels off the floor one at a time. And what we're doing here, boys and girls, is we are stretching those muscles in the backs of our legs, those hamstring muscles. We're warming them up, and we're kind of trying to get them to stretch a little bit more, okay? So they're going to stretch more than what they used to, okay? Now don't worry if your feet, your heels don't touch the floor. Don't worry if your legs are slightly bent, okay? This is the downward dog position, okay? We're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose, okay? So breathing in, and then breathing out. drop our knees to the floor. We're going to push those big toes together so they join. And then you're going to sit back onto your heels, okay? So sitting back onto those heels. Stretch those fingertips as far forward as you can on your mat. And then rest your forehead on your mat. And this is our rock pose, okay? Or child's pose. This is a nice restorative pose or relaxing pose, okay? And that gives you time to catch your breath again. So we're going to breathe in through the nose and we're going to do our sun and ocean breath and breathe in out through the mouth. So in through the nose and then in through the nose and then out and then coming back up to tabletop. We're going to go through that sequence again, okay? So this time we're going to try and make some of the breaths in with it. So we're going to move from tabletop. We're going to do 3 breaths with our cat and cow, okay? So breathe in, do each set 3 times and breathe in every time we do it. Then we're going to move into our downward dog and then we're going to come back into our rock pose, doing our sun and ocean breath. So remember in tabletop, knees stay directly underneath the hips. Your wrists stay underneath your shoulders. You want to be creating a box, okay, with your body. The crown of the head or the top of your head facing forwards and you should be looking down at your mat. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in and then out through the nose. Remembering that you have that cup of water on your back, so keep it nice and straight. Don't dip it, don't arch it, don't wobble, don't spill that water. In through the nose and out through the nose. Last breath, in through the nose and out through the nose. Hope you didn't spill any of that water. Next one we're going to do is cat-cow. So remember we're going to inhale and look up and exhale, rainbow. So round that back into a cat pose. Look towards your thighs or your knees and then breathe out. Look up, stick your bottom out, stick your chest forward, tilt your head back. Big breath in through the nose, round your back like a rainbow, nice big arch like a cat. 2 more breaths. Inhale, cow pose. You can even do some noises. Moo. And then round that back like a rainbow to your cat pose. Meow. Wonderful. And back to tabletop. From here, we're going to tuck those toes under and we're going to go straight into our downward dog. So pushing our bottoms up in the air, push those hips all the way up, okay? So when we're in downward dog, remember what we're going to do? Is the aim is to try and get your heels as close to that mat as you possibly can, okay? If they don't touch, don't worry, you can bend your knees, okay? Remember, yoga shouldn't be painful. It should be slightly uncomfortable. So you maybe should feel it about a 5 or a 6, uncomfortable, but it should never hurt you, boys and girls, okay? Walk that dog, so stretch those heels to the ground one at a time, stretching and lengthening those hamstring muscles. So what we're doing is we're training them to lengthen, okay, so that your heels can eventually touch the mat. Breathing in through the nose, and then ocean breath. Can you sink those heels a little bit closer to the mat? In through the nose. And then bringing those knees back to the floor. Back to our tabletop. Touch those toes together and sit your bottom back on your heels. Back to rock pose. Put your forehead to the mat. You can close your eyes. Sun and ocean breath in through the nose. And breathe into your mat. In through your nose. And last breath in through your nose. And then slowly coming back up. Back to tabletop. Last round, okay? Last round of this sequence. So this time I'm going to let you go at your own pace. So you can hold your breath and not hold your breath, but holding your breaths however long you want. You might want to hold it for 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. I'm going to let you go completely by yourself, okay? So you can kind of link the breaths where you would like to with each posture. I'll still do the postures so that you can see with the breath and you can follow as well, okay? So starting on tabletop, nice straight back, okay? Cup of water on it. Wrists below the shoulders and your knees in line with your hips. In through the nose and out. In and out. In, out, round that back. Cat. In, bottom out to cow pose. In, cat pose, out, cow pose. In, out. In, tuck toes under, out, downward dog. In, walk that dog. Breathing in through a count of 3 through the nose and out for a count of 3 through the nose. You might want to shake that tail out as well. It's usually what the doggies do. And then in, looking up, bringing those knees down. Exhaling into rock pose. Sun and ocean breath. In and out. In and out. Last breath in and out. And then back to tabletop. So we're going to start on the second sequence now, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to swing up into downward dog and then gently walk your feet forward, okay? Until your feet meet your hands, okay? Now what I want you to do is, I want you to kind of just hang, okay? So your hands don't have to touch the mat. If you need to bend your knees, you can bend your knees as well, okay? I kind of want you to let the top of your body loosen, like a rag doll. So the top of your body becomes very heavy and it's not stiff, okay? So just hang your head down, hang your shoulders down, and I just want you to wiggle your arms, wiggle your head, get rid of any tension in your neck, and then wiggle your bum, and then place your hands on your hips, and we're going to take a big breath in through the nose, and as we take a breath in, we're going to come all the way up slowly to standing. So we're coming into now what we call a mountain pose, okay? So in our mountain pose, our feet should be about hip distance apart. Now we know if our feet are hip distance apart because we should make 2 fists and then pop our 2 fists in between our feet, okay? So roughly where our toes, big toes are in between there. And that's when you'll know that your feet are about hip distance apart, okay? Fingers are nice and long, so stretch them down towards the mat, as far down as they'll reach. That will bring your shoulders back as well. Now a way to bring the shoulders back even more is to scrunch them up towards the ears, as far as they'll go, see if they can touch those ears, and then bring them down. Scrunch those shoulders up to the ears, and then bring them down and relax. Last one, scrunch them up, and bring them back as well. Now what I want you to do with your toes is I want you to try and spread those toes out. What we want to do is ground those feet, ground them into the soil. That's what mountains do, okay? They start from the ground, from the earth, and we want to soak up all the riches of the earth. So really push those feet in towards your mat. Sink your heels in towards the mat and your big toe all the way through to your little toe. Fantastic. So now we've got our big strong mountain. We're going to look to climb that okay? Now with those mountains have things called peaks. So as you're climbing up a mountain, you might come across high peaks and low peaks. So I want you to make your peaks, and I want you to float your arms up towards your ears and attach them to your ears. Take the palms of the hands together. Don't worry if it's uncomfortable against your ears, just take them apart, okay? You can be a 2-peak mountain. So with your 1 peak or your 2 peaks, what I want you to do is take a nice deep breath in, and then this peak is going to go towards the left. Breathing out towards the left. Keep those ears attached to those arms as you do, and then breathing in, back up. And we've got another peak that goes off to the right. So breathing in, breathing out, all the way across to the right. Keep those arms attached to those ears. And then back up to the center. We're going to climb 2 more peaks. So breathing in, breathing out to the left. And then you'll be pleased to know we've only got 1 more to climb. Breathing out to the right. Keep those arms attached to those ears. And back to the center. And then float those arms back down again. So when we've reached the peak of our mountain, we can see some shooting stars, okay? It's nighttime. Now shooting stars are spectacular. And one of the most spectacular things about them is they have 5 points. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points on a star. Now shooting stars explode through the sky. So what we're going to do is take a deep breath in, scrunch up tight, and exhale, shoot out. So inhale, scrunch up tight, and exhale, shoot out. 2 more times. Inhale, and exhale, shoot out. Inhale, and exhale, shoot out. From here, we're going to go into a triangle pose. So I want you to turn your left foot slightly in a little bit, okay? So slightly straight forward. And turn your right foot out to face the opposite side, okay? Take those 2 points of the star, and then what I want you to do is, you should feel like somebody's pulling on your right arm, pull you all the way across, okay? Once they've pulled you across, I want you to tip down to try and touch the ankle on the right leg. And this is your triangle pose, okay? So we're not really a 5-sided star anymore. We're kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4-sided star. We've lost a point for a little bit, but we'll get it back. So we're going to inhale, come up, and then back to our 5-pointed star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to take it back to a 4-pointed star, okay? So our triangle. Turning the left foot to face the opposite direction, okay? So face your wall, pointing out straight. We're going to turn the right foot in slightly, okay? We're going to feel as if somebody's pulling our left arm across to the left, and then we're going to tip. Try and get that left arm as close to that left ankle as you can, or you can rest it on your shin or your knee or your thigh, wherever it's most comfortable for you, okay? So remember, we've gone back to a 1, 2, 3, 4-pointed star. We're going to inhale, come all the way up, and exhale, turn your feet back into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-pointed star. We're going to do 2 more shooting star breaths. So inhale, and exhale, shoot up, inhale, and exhale, shoot up. Fabulous. And then stepping our feet together, back to mountain pose. So remember our mountain pose, we can check our feet are hip distance apart by sticking our fists in between those feet. And if you've got 2 fists can fit in easily, you've got your feet in the correct position. Stretch those arms, roll those shoulders back. Stretch the fingertips to the floor. Scrunch those shoulders up and then relax them. Scrunch those shoulders up and relax them. So mountains don't usually have trees on them. Some mountains do. Our mountain does definitely have trees on them. So we're going to try our tree pose, which is on top of the mountain. First of all, we're going to try and balance on the right leg. So this means we have to take the left foot and stand it against the right. Now it's really important in any balancing posture that you have a clear mind. A clear mind helps you to just focus on the here and now, so being a little bit mindful in this posture. So I want you to try and pick a spot in front of you, or pick a spot on the floor or up above, and just focus on that point. Try not to look at anybody else, just focus on that one spot, and that will help you to just clear your mind and focus on your balancing, okay? So take your arms out and then take them up in our tree, okay? And then gently pick up the left leg, and I want you to pop it against the ankle of the right leg. And this is our tree pose. Take that knee out to the side, okay? And just rest in that foot where it feels comfortable. And this is our tree. Now spread your fingers wide so you can soak up all the sun, and this helps you to go really tall in tree pose. Remember to focus on your spot, your little point either on the floor or on the wall. Fix it, so that will help you to balance and not be a windy tree, okay? Soak up that sunlight and then bring them back down to mountain. We're going to do it on the opposite side, because in yoga, whatever we do to one side, we always have to do the opposite side. So inhaling those arms up, soak up the sun, bring that right foot against the left foot, open up those fingertips wide, soak up the sun so that we can bring it back down to our roots, okay? So focus on that spot, keep that balance, don't be a windy tree, and soak up the sun. And then exhale, bring those arms all the way back down. Fabulous. So on this mountain lives some warriors as well. So from mountain pose, we're going to try our warriors, okay? So I want you to step your feet nice and wide, okay? Now what I want you to do is, I want you to turn your hips to face forward, okay? So I'm facing you side on, and I'm going to turn my hips, okay? These headlights, we call them. So if you put your hands on your hips, and blink your fingers like they were headlights on a car, okay? Shine your lights and turn those headlights all the way to the front, okay? So what I want you to do is, I want you to turn your right foot slightly in again, like we did with our triangle pose, okay? And then place this left leg straight out in front, okay? Make sure those headlights are forward. Now make sure your knee is just above your ankle, okay? So not stretching all the way over, we're stretching just in line with your ankle, okay? And then them arms come up in the air like we are big, strong warriors, or cool warriors, cool and strong, okay? So keeping those arms all the way up in the air. Now warriors always hunt, okay? They are strong. They look after their tribes and they lead their tribes. They lead their people. Strong, cool, hunting warriors. In through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. And then straighten that leg, straighten those arms, and back to mountain pose. We're going to step the feet wide again because we're going to do it on the opposite side. So, step the feet wide. Turn that left foot slightly in, pigeon toe, so slightly in. And then take the right foot to face 90 degrees, okay, so front facing. Headlights on your hips, blink your fingers and turn those hips to the front, okay, facing forwards. Make sure your knees just in direct line with your ankle, okay, so it's not sticking over the top. And then we're going to float those arms up into our cool, courageous, strong warriors. Remember, warriors hunt. They are strong. They look after their people and their tribes and they lead them. And our warriors are warriors of the mountain. Strong, courageous, and look after their people. In for a count of 3 through the nose, and out for a count of 3 through the nose. Last breath in, and out. And then back to mountain pose. Fists, you should fit them in nice and tall. You should feel like you are stretched really tall. So feel like there's a piece of string, fingertips facing down. And then from here, I'm going to take a nice deep breath in and come back to our ragdoll. So float our arms and head down to the floor, feeling nice and loose, okay? So your top half of your body should feel nice and relaxed, okay? Back to your ragdoll. Now I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see, and then we're going to come back to our downward dog. So put your hands down on the floor and walk your feet out back into downward dog, okay? So stretch those legs, stretch those heels right to the floor, bring your head in between your arms and look towards your knees. Take a nice deep breath in, bend your knees and come to tabletop, nice straight back. So your wrists are underneath of your shoulders and your knees are underneath of your hips, a nice square. Make sure your back's nice and straight. Touch your big toes together and back down into our rock pose, okay? Head to the floor, in through the nose, and ocean breath. One more breath like this. And then coming up, we're going to take your feet on the mat and come to butterfly pose, okay? So bringing the soles of the feet together, okay? I just want you to let your knees fall either side of the mat, okay? Now I want you to create some pincers with your thumb and your finger, and I want you to wrap them around your big toe, okay? So we're going to sit in butterfly like this. Now I want you to visualize yourself as a butterfly, and I want you to think about the colour that you are. So I am going to be a blue butterfly today because I feel like I have lots of energy and I feel like I could fly. I could fly around the garden and then fly across the fields to the forest and the stream, and just gently bounce your knees up and down. So imagine your colour and how it makes you feel, and imagine where you're flying, and imagine the smells and the sights that you can see. And you just think about what kind of day it is that you would like to have today. You might want to have a pretty spectacular day and do lots of challenges that you're set, or lots of hard work. Or you might feel like you have so much energy that you want to just run about and play all day. Everything is great. And then you will fly and fly and fly. And then bringing the knees together, we're going to do one last spinal twist. So we're going to keep our knee up, okay, and stretch that left leg out in front of us, so putting the right one up. And all I want you to do is to place your right hand around the back, okay, and your left hand just on your leg, and then twist to the right hand side, okay. So use your right arm to really try and stretch your right shoulder Try and get it all the way around towards your ear, and then look towards the right. So we feel a nice big stretch on our spine. And then coming back to the centre, we're going to swap legs. So left leg comes up, right leg stays in front, and then resting that right hand on the right leg, take the left hand round behind your back and stretch your left shoulder, push it all the way around towards your ear. Look around at your left shoulder and stretch that spine. We've done lots of stretches today, so stretching that spine out. And then back to the centre. We're now going to come down towards our mat, and we are going to do some relaxation. So we're going to lie in Tadasana, or corpse pose, we call it. And it's just like you would go to bed, basically. We're going to lie down, okay? So on your mats, and what I want you to do is I want you to let your feet roll out to the sides, and I just want you to rest your hands, rest your arms next to you, and face your hands towards the ceiling. And we're going to talk you through a nice meditative body scan. So I want you to really relax, and I want you to close your eyes and focus on your breathing. I want you to breathe in through your nose for a count of 3, and then out of your nose for a count of 3. In through your nose for a count of 3, and out of your nose for a count of 3. In through your nose for a count of 3, and out of your nose. On your back, I would like you to take your knees in towards your chest and cuddle those knees. As you're bringing them in, take a nice deep breath in. And then starfish those arms and legs out back on the mat as you breathe out. Breathing in, cuddle those knees into the chest. And then starfish those arms and legs back out onto the mat as you breathe out. Last one. In, cuddle those knees in towards those chest. Get all those wiggles and giggles out. And then out like a starfish as you breathe out. Keeping those eyes closed, breathing in through the nose for a count of 3. And out of the nose for a count of 3. Feel that breath. Moving in through the nose and into your chest. Forget about all those thoughts that keep creeping into your brains and just think about relaxing. Feeling your tummy rise and fall with each breath. In and out. In and out. I want you to think about that mountain. Calm and strong. Standing so tall. Breathing in for a count of 3 and out for a count of 3. The mountain is steady and wise. Think about the colours of your mountain. Purple, blue, pink. Think about how tall it is and all the clouds surrounding the mountain. Think about those trees rooted right into the mountain, strong and steady. You are that mountain. You are strong, you are wise, you are calm, and you are still. Think about that mountain in the weather. Think about that mountain with every hiker that comes and walks upon it. Some may be kind, some may be not so kind. But that mountain, with all that weather and not so kind hikers, stays the same. It stays strong, calm, and still. Trust yourself, trust your foundations and your strength. You are that mountain. Know that whatever is happening will pass. You stay strong. Breathing in for a count of 3 and out for a count of 3. Let it come and let it go. We're now going to wake ourselves up from this relaxation. I want you to slowly roll over onto your side, whichever side feels most comfortable to you. Tuck your knees into your chest when you roll over and just let your hands fall wherever they may lie. Keep breathing in for a count of 3 and out for a count of 3, and keep your eyes closed. Resting here, just taking in the feelings of your body and thinking about how you felt at the start of your yoga session and how you feel at the end of your yoga session. And then slowly start to sit up on your mat and open your eyes. Cross your legs back to easy pose, the way we first started our yoga session. And take those hands towards your chest. Join the palms of your hands together and place it in the center of your heart. And then now we end our yoga session with Namaste. Thank you for joining in today's session. I hope you enjoyed it.